Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. It's underscore back again to the roots of today. Gonna be very fantastic and a good day that God has granted unto us. It's peace always and liberty that is ongoing unto this platform of today. And I am at my fish ponds. Whenever you see me sitting at this my bench here, everything gonna be very fantastic. I might be advertising this my bench. It's very, very famous here, and everything is so ogwan. And I have my brother here. How are you, my friend?
Hello, beautiful people.
Yeah.
It's underscore again to YouTube channel, guys.
Exactly.
Back again to the video of today.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing and a fantastic one. So, what you request from this? Watch the video until the end. Remember to subscribe and leave a notification button on, guys. So, watch the video until the end. Today, content is gonna be amazing and a fantastic one.
Exactly.
Let's go.
So guys, today we are just here, so as you can just talk 2-3 things about what is ongoing and to this environment, and everything is so awesome. And we were talking about more much things that you can just go and check onto I am Ogesi's channel, because we have discussed much about how things are running outside here from time to time. So today, guys, how is life first?
Actually, what I can say is life is good, and we do appreciate to our Almighty God, because it's Him who always protect us and who always give us the best direction to move on.
Exactly. So how is the business?
Actually, the business is developing good, and I thank God too for that position or for that chance, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ooh. Hungry is part of the team. Fantastic. We have to move forward. So guys, today I'm just making sure that I'm removing some of the leaves that have just been attached onto the river or attached onto the fish pond, and it's gonna be very fantastic today. I'm gonna be showing you a little bit about what is ongoing right now here, and I'll be coming back to you. Right. Very fantastic. So guys, we have to take a look on what is just taking place today, and to the fish ponds today. I've decided that everything gonna be very fantastic. These ones I have been removed. We have some frogs here. So guys, I have much of the things that have been developing onto the fish ponds right now, and I want to be showing you what. Oh, my raft is now broken and everything is hey. Guys, we have algae. Wow, we have much of the algae concentration. Look at this. Fantastic. So we have algae, and it's very huge, and it has developed into this fish pond. Hey guys, we have I don't know what to talk about. We have algae. Look at down, guys. We have algae, so many. Hey, I see the guy is now taking the game, making sure that this kind of the grass is just removed outside, and it's gonna be very fantastic whenever we don't have much of the dirtiness onto the pond. So it's just using the rake to make sure that he's taking the grass outside, because it has already been slashed. So it's gonna be making the fish pond so dirty, so it has to be put outside the way he's just making it happen. Wow. Fantastic. Guys, it's a continuous platform, as you can just see, and we have not yet stocked some fish here already, but we have some couple of days. So as next week we shall be putting some fish here, and I can just see we have the algae. It's highly concentrated right now, and we will have to make sure that before we put some fish here, and we're gonna be making sure that we are removing much of the algae out, because it might be tampering with the fish that we might be stocking here. So this third fish pond, it's now okay. I cannot see much of it's now turning into green. It has not developed much of the algae, and the algae is now forming because it's now on top. It's now forming on top before it can just go down, because guys, I've ever been talking about we have the development of the algae concentration onto the pond, as it starts with the green bloom on top of water, then it goes down and settle at the bottom, then it covers the whole pond, then it starts growing. So this is now the starting point of the algae on top first, then it will settle to the downer level, then it will have to now develop from the ground, as it will be now coming out. So whenever you have much algae concentration at the pond, it will bring much chaos because of the oxygen concentration dependent during the night time and something like that. So you know, during the night we have the organisms, which are the animals and also the plants, do consume oxygen both. So it will bring some of the chaos whenever we stock some fish, which will not be much appreciative because of the oxygen. And you know, oxygen is the mostly needed agent of air, and for the high we talk about for the survival values, and also we can just talk about for how you want the fish to grow. If you have high oxygen concentration, the fish will grow very quickly and so fabulous. So today we have much of the discussion that has to take place of today, and keep it locked, keep it vibing, because it's of a big segment that we have to discuss much of the things that are upcoming onto the environment and also this industry of fish farming, because we have to discuss and make sure that everything is moving forward. So from wherever you are, depending on your GTM, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, as depending to the time you are, and it's gonna be very fantastic. So I have my friend here. Oh, you have a call here?
Yeah, maybe
receive a call.
Right.
There's no problem about that. So, guys, today I'm about to talk about what's just happening, and you can just talk about the yesterday video. I talked about I received some of the calls from my brother here. It's called Marwa, from his own people like Githiriba and others. So as I can just go there and see, or not only going there, but you have to frame yourself and know what's just taking place. And I was talking about the weather cloth, and they wanted to harvest some fish. But yesterday's video from my mother, I saw that he was talking about it until December. We're going to be taking some fish outside. And yeah. Nini hizo? Unataka utoe? Kidogo kidogo aje? Oh, iti ni kidogo?
Nataka atoe kidogo.
Unataka utoe kidogo? No problem. So he's talking about he wants to get some he's there, wants to get some algae out because of he has a rake. So everything is work is work, you know, how things are just running outside here. So my brother, have you ever received any call from your boss, your former?
Actually, remember the time that there is an emergency call where I made also that video. Since that I have never.
So do you have a wish of going back there? Whenever
No.
you just let me talk about this.
Yeah.
Maybe you have, you know, outside here there's everything is possible, guys, and we have to talk this as a fact.
Yeah.
You might be thinking about, okay, whenever I get a platform, I'll just get there and I'll do some 2-3 things, or whenever I get there, I'll do something. Or can I ask you something?
Yeah.
If you get an opportunity to go there again, what can you do best?
Maybe let me talk about if we go back there. Maybe we're gonna sign the contract, and it's gonna be included the government
Contract.
the government
Government policies.
Yeah.
And signing of the treaties.
Exactly. So in case of anything, the government has to deal with that, such issue.
Such issues.
Exactly.
And if you're gonna be okay, have you ever thought about yourself? Have you ever got somewhere and you think about if you have such kind of a platform, what can you just go and do the best?
Actually, with me, You know, actually, at the villa, there is some of the position that even everyone was just handling to. I think that is the one that you are talking about.
Exactly.
So with me, I was just working on the horses mostly, and we have the trees there, and that is the best. That is the best. Let me talk about, is it opportunity?
Yeah, the best opportunity
That
you had.
I was just working all handling at the villa, and to you are just handling about the fish farming.
Exactly.
And when it reached to the time of the horses, all, let me talk about all animals, I was just handling them because I do love the animals. And when it reached to the trees, I was just making sure that the trees are growing and developing well, because I know how to manage also the environment.
Making sure that the animals don't uptake or don't eat or destroy the trees.
Exactly.
I know about that. So if you could be there, could those horses right now, could they be carrying some people or something like that?
Actually, what I can say, I was to be sure bet on that, because people, they were first. I remember the time that Hayamaro may say that Ayamuges is the one now going to handle the horses, and the people, they were commenting that how did the village boy can handle the horses.
Yeah.
And I remember in the first person to climb on those horses, I was the one. I was making sure that the horses every day getting some small training.
Yeah,
I
sure.
was running that lessons from YouTube. I was knowing a lot of things.
Do you remember the terms that you are using?
Exactly.
One.
I remember, you know, like trot. I was
What's
inspired
the use
from
of trot?
trot is run.
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 Trot.
Yeah.
Trot. Oh, that one you are doing a rope this way. Trot.
Yeah.
Trot.
Run. You say
Trot. Run.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced maybe sometimes you are at home,
Yeah.
then you forget yourself, then you start telling cows trot, trot.
No, actually, no, actually, there is some of the things that you have to work on. Not that like a cow is different to the horses.
But if trot is move,
Yeah.
you can just, whenever you are just chasing a cow to go and graze,
Yeah.
sometimes you can just think that maybe you are with the horses chasing horses and saying trot cow, trot.
No.
Huh? You have
Actually,
never.
no.
So that term remained that silent.
Of course.
And about another thing.
Yeah.
During that time,
Yeah.
what was the biggest thing that you ever experienced?
Maybe you're gonna repeat the question because I have not yet.
In terms of talk about the horses.
Yeah.
You were training the horses.
Yeah.
What was the hardest thing you ever experienced while training the horses?
Actually, you know, a horse is, maybe let me talk about, a horse is gonna be like a human being also. A horse, if love you, anything that you just instruct to the horse, it can perform. If they love you, or if you do take care of them, they can perform such activity that you are just instructed on them. And for me, what I had, let me talk about the big issue I passed, the one that you have asked about in terms of the training, is you know, you cannot train a horses that is you know, sometimes everything need care. Let me talk about health. Like the time that I was just training them, they were not much on a good health, and that's why I was just making sure for them so that they can survive, and they can have a lot of energy, so that I can continue their huge training, so that maybe one day they're gonna just run with people outside. People, they will just be tested outside, saying that Yamaro has something
Like,
amazing.
Something amazing.
And
So
yeah.
Okay, another.
And that's why, since I was just out from there, I have never seen anyone training the horses. The horses are just hungry,
Relaxed. Grazing.
Exactly.
So apart from how you did everything,
Yeah.
maybe do you have anything that you ever experienced there that you never told anyone?
Exactly. You know, actually, there is some tips. If you know, actually, if you dip inside to someone or to something else, there is some of the skills that you cannot tell people.
You as a villager, what did you discover?
Actually,
Apart from being told, you know, we have those people who are training the horses. They ever came here to check on how they are just ongoing. But you have that thing that you discovered, you as specific person, that you have never spoken about it.
Exactly.
Can you be open right now?
And that one, it will be kept as a secret agent. Exactly.
Can you give us a tip?
Because even a master cannot teach the. Let me talk about the people who train the kung fu martial art and the taekwondo, things like that. And the master cannot teach the students everything, because there is some of the.
Maybe you have 2 or 3 things that you ever discovered there.
And those are the main one.
Those are the main one.
Exactly.
Can you give us a hint?
Actually, I cannot. And that one I do share in myself only.
Why?
Because
what if?
Because if we,
let me talk about this.
Yeah. You know, there is some of the skills that you have to help on people, and there is some that you cannot
give them out.
Exactly.
So for my point is one.
Yeah.
From your experience.
Yeah.
With what you are doing in terms of horses care. And maybe you have ever talked about, okay, I've ever seen this behaving this way, this one behaving this way, but right now what I'm seeing, what's being controlled or what's being upheld to them, it's a little bit over. You can just tell us how the behavior they are.
Let me talk about actually with me, the time that I was having the horses, I remember I was just working with them systematically, or I was just picking them in a good way. I was just handling them well. I was just love with them, and when it reached to the people who were just working to the villa, I remember, if you know, I know you know, even people were being attacked by the horses. I don't
exactly.
Even
they were hit like Cherokee drums.
Like Rocio.
Yeah, Rocio was hit one day.
Exactly.
Was it an arm?
Yeah.
It was an arm?
Yeah.
Another guy?
Another one was trying one day to chase Masubo. People, they were chased by the horses, like to be bite, guys.
Okay.
When it reached to me, I was just to say stop, and it stopped immediately.
Okay. So they had no new
exactly
better.
Exactly. Even right now, if they could see me and they just have some sound, you know, I was using some sound that I was just usually interacted with them.
So already you have just talked about what was the unique with you was the signs and also the sound. That's what I was needing now.
Yeah.
And you have already talked about now the sound was the key point. The key point here was the sound.
Actually, there is some tips. Because we cannot speak much. Even you back again to your...
But what you can just talk about is you know, I asked you about what was the big role, because for the horses to adhere to your principles, they have something that they have known from you. You have talked about is the sound. So for what can you give an advice to the person who is now taking over them? Because these things you have to share. You have not. Let me tell you one thing. Whatever you share, it has not been out of your. Maybe you speak it, it goes. No, it sticks onto your head. Maybe you are perfecting it. Maybe whenever you talk outside, somebody will tell you that, okay, no, you could have done this way and this and this way. So you will be getting the knowledge more better.
And from this point, guys, maybe what I can say, for the people who are just at the Medellin there, maybe I do watch the video and I see no one is taking care of those horses. I was just handling them. So because when it's the time that we can share some tips, so it seems that no one is just taking care the way it's supposed to be. So when I'll just share is like maybe wasting some
your energy
and the
energy and words.
That is not it cannot be
implemented, you know, something like that. And also, guys, we have much of the things that we can just share outside here, because we ever took the responsibility, which was more much. And I can just speak as a verbal this way, as like me, I had much of the opportunities, and also talk about I had much of the things that I was doing, which were more than everyone else who was just doing there. As talk about not only fish farming, most of the people knows that the fish farming, you know, people think that maybe to have a fish farm, it's just it's just go and check the water, check on how maybe the fish are ongoing. They have
Feed
woken
them.
up, maybe feeding them. But there's a very big hint about the fish farming. Whenever you miss that one, you have a very big challenge about what's going to be happening and to the fish. And also, I talk about yesterday. I saw the videos because I do watch mostly because I've subscribed to everyone. I've never unsubscribed.
Yeah.
And also I talk about we have this challenge that yesterday I saw Marwa turning around and talking to. There's a Kennedy the Remedy
Yeah.
who was there, and he was talking to him that okay, he saw some I don't know, a container like that was withdrawing water from the fish pond.
Yeah, sure.
And he was talking about no, somebody not to fetch this water, you know, so from the spring source. And he was talking about now it's very, very dirty, and that's the condition because whenever it rains, that's the fact, yes. But we have, I saw somebody talking about onto the comment section that he has to bring some of some pebbles, very clean from the river banks, the stones from the river banks, come and place them onto the fish ponds, which is more good, which is going to filter much of the water coming in, which is not a problem. What we need, most of the people doesn't know is the problem is not clarity. That water is more clear. What people doesn't know is much food that's just thrown there, and also the shading leaves and the sun that we have, because we have much of the sunlight, which is we have photosynthesis, we have chlorophyll, something like that.
Exactly.
And whenever we have sun lighting onto water direct, it has to develop photosynthesis, and also we have chlorophyll at the same time. So as the phytoplanktons and the zooplanktons that are in that fish pond will just get the green turbidity, and that green turbidity will buffer into getting what? The algae concentration.
Yeah.
But if we have talk about not only filters, people talk about okay, get some filters. Filters doesn't help anything onto that fish pond. The only thing that will ever help is the oxygen concentration.
Yeah.
And people should not look forward to know that okay, we need very clean water. We need very clean water. You know, we have this water from this area. It's not salty. It's a fresh water.
Yeah.
So whenever we have fresh water, it means that there's a high percentage of that water to develop into green turbidity in terms of sun lighting on it. So for the fish pond to turn into green, it's an obvious thing, because here in Kenya, go check most of the aquariums, most of the fish ponds, apart from the one who is apart from an aquarium which is stocked inside a house, it's the one that will not develop the green turbidity. But if it's just subjected outside, even if you have oxygen pumps inside supplying oxygen, there's nothing will ever happen into that, because it will have to turn into green. I've ever exercised and I've ever got such kind of the scenarios in Nairobi. As I went to one of the hotels, then they told me that, okay, you are dealing with the ornamental fish. Okay, why our aquarium, why is it green? What is green? I talked to them, why is it subjected outside? You know, some things I have to learn about them, because they were talking about the aquariums. We know we bought this aquarium thinking that it will have clear water, people will be viewing here. I talked to them, why is it stocked outside? Because whenever you stock even an aquarium outside, sun is lighting on it already, and the feeds were pouring in. It means that even they had one fish which was tilapia, which was a very dark tilapia, and I was about even that tilapia already, it is removing some waste. You know, it's ingestion. So if it has such kind of ingestion, it means that that water is enriched with nutrients, and whenever sun lit on it, nutrients turn into what? Turn into vitamins. That vitamins now are forming the green turbidity and also something like that. So that is what is happening. And to put everything in consideration, how many is it your first time, or you just got it from your former boss about rearing some rabbits? I saw you have some match rabbit, and somebody was talking about Mogesi now has to expand the territory. Have you expanded, or you are planning?
Actually, I'm planning, because first I was planning to expand, but I bought even the material. But the way it was just to get another rabbit cage, it has the plan has changed. Now I'm just going to use everywhere. I'm just going to cover with the chick. Is it chick mesh?
Yeah, I know.
Chick mesh
Chick
and
mesh.
the wire mesh to ensure that things like flies they cannot survive inside the rabbit cage, because flies are the one that do suck the blood from the rabbit, and after sucking there is some insects, small insect that they do left inside there,
Yeah.
and it grow to the body of the rabbit and cause the
The damages.
big maggot, and sometimes it cause what we call Mahute bulls. Is it bulls?
Bowls.
And sometimes it's called balls.
Yeah.
Guys, to the rabbit. And I see. I heard you ask about the
In your time,
Yeah.
before you joined, you are handyman.
yeah
Then you are doing all the loading and offloading.
yeah
Then eventually you developed to know more about animals.
exactly.
So is it your first time for you to rear rabbits?
Actually, for me, first, what I can say, first I'm an animal lover because I do love every animals, and second, for the first time I was just rearing the rabbit, and that's why even my project right now is just proceeding well, because I started with the 7 rabbits, and right now I have more than 50 rabbits, and they are still extending. Even the first baby rabbits right now, what I can say, I'm sure that they are pregnant, and very soon they are going to give birth again, and very soon I'm just going to have like 200 rabbits more than.
In less than 4 months?
Yeah, and from that there is some of the tips that you need to handle on it so that such kind of the project it can be growing good.
So my point is one.
Yeah.
You have ever developed and you have put much of your attention in rabbit rearing.
Yeah.
Have you ever sold even one?
No.
Since?
Actually, I have not,
Why?
because I still making sure that maybe it can reach to 100 rabbits. So if I want to sell like I'll sell like 60, all let me talk about 80 of them, so that I left with another rabbit, so that I can start on breeding, and for the rest I'll get some
But
huge
you can
pot, a
just
huge
start.
pot.
You can just start by now, because
Yeah.
what I know about inbreeding, what about outbreeding,
Yeah.
you know, we have some chaos about that, because right now you are inbreeding.
Yeah.
The only mother and the daughters and the sons are just inside there. They are the only inbreeding. So you will not have a hybrid right now.
Yeah.
You will
But
be
you know,
having
like right now, I have the chinchilla breed. I have is it
Which
Kenya
is-
white?
which is the color of chinchilla.
Is like kijivujivu inaitwaje?
Okay. Kijivujivu. Kijivujivu brown?
No?
Kijivujivu is gray. Oh, gray. Oh, kijivujivu is gray.
Yeah.
You know,
gray color is the
German
chinchilla.
are color blindness.
Yeah,
and
and
even,
we have the Kenya white. The Kenya white, what I mean,
are white.
are white, and they are albino.
Albino.
And we have is it white? White. Have white. No, white famish. White. I think.
How do they look like?
You know, they are the one that they are white, but they are not. Their eyes is not albino.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they are white.
Exactly.
So if you want to sell right now,
Yeah.
a 2 month,
Yeah.
how much can you sell?
A 2 months. A 2 months is the one that I was talking about. They are almost being pregnant right now.
2 months is now pregnant.
Yeah.
2 months.
Because they are big, like they are in this size. No, I know more about the rabbits. I know what I do feed on my rabbits, so that's why they grow big, and that's why they
Have you ever slaughtered even one?
no.
Do you know how to slaughter?
Actually, I don't.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Ah, my friend. Yeah. So today you can pass there and give me one.
So that you can slaughter.
I can slaughter and give you a tithe
No.
in the evening.
You know, guys. Actually, when it reaches to that point, you know, a rabbit is yeah.
Rabbit is the one.
A rabbit is
You have to test the feeling.
no like me.
You have to know. You know, sometimes you know.
Yeah.
Whenever you are a chief chef,
Yeah.
you have to make sure that the food that you are preparing,
Yeah.
you test and see the feeling. Whenever somebody comes, you can just say that it has this kind of texture. No problem. Cut that. So you can just have a feeling and tell somebody that this texture is looking this way and it has this aroma. I used this kind of the ingredients. I used these spices. So for you, somebody comes and tell you which one of the following is more what? Talk about whenever you slaughter one,
Yeah.
which is more delicious. So how can you just translate it? And which one of the following? Because even like chicken,
Yeah.
we have the broilers,
Yeah.
which are here in Kenya. We talk about Kenya chicks,
Yeah.
Ken chicks, which are the grade ones. We have a half grade,
Yeah.
and also we have the local ones.
Yeah.
They talk about the local ones. They are so sweet. Even the soup is very sweet, you know.
Yeah, sure.
And the grade is a little bit sweeter, not like the kienyeji.
Yeah.
And the broiler ones now are somehow not so delicious, as they say. So
Yeah.
for you, those rabbits, which species or which breed is more delicious?
Actually, for the delicious, what I can talk about is this we call Kenya white.
Kenya white.
Yeah.
Have you tested?
I have not tested.
That's why
but
I'm
even,
telling you, give me one. I test.
You know what do you call kinyage?
It's called the tights. So good, eh?
That type.
Eh? Biceps and biceps.
Bicep.
Eh. Yeah,
Kinyage,
biceps.
kinyage.
Biceps.
They are
They're highly congested.
exactly. So when reach to that point, and that's where you know this kind of the rabbit's gonna be so sweet and delicious, and that's why they
No. Who told you, my friend? Who told you?
That's why the local chicken. Have you ever tasted on the local chicken?
Between
First,
the
it has-
local
it has also-
no. Between the local chicken
Yeah.
and the grade one, which has the big thigh and the biceps.
Actually, the local one.
Yeah. My friend, you are
know-
wrong. My friend, you are wrong. You are wrong. Have you ever seen a chicken from Kenchik company?
You know, actually,
Have
those,
you ever
those
seen?
are boosted meat.
Thank you. Maybe
are boosted
even
meat.
those rabbits, sometimes if you see it's like the same as
Yeah.
the cows.
Yeah.
If you see a grade cow like an Asia, you
Yeah.
talk about an Asia bull
Yeah.
and a local bull,
Yeah.
which is more sweeter?
Yeah.
Which is more sweet?
The
And
bull
delicious.
and the local.
The local bull
Yeah.
and the Asia bull or the grade bull.
Actually, what me I know, because I do test on the local bull, and the local bull is the
Sweetest,
Yeah.
the local one.
Yeah.
So you have to gauge now your rabbits, so as you can just give us the Chihuahua,
Yeah.
which Chihuahua is more sweeter, and this one, oh, I've ever tasted this. You have to test, my friend. Bring me one, you'll just test for you.
Actually, with me guys, I do keep rabbit for the
Fun?
for the not for the fun, but for the beauty and sometimes for the
That's
money.
fun. If
For
it's
the-
good, it's
for-
fun.
for the money.
For the money.
Yeah.
So if you have not yet even, have you ever got some deals?
Actually, you know the deals in for the rabbit. People in the village do like rabbits. I think you know that.
They
And
they like?
They do love the rabbit for beautification.
Okay, beauty.
Yeah.
The children mostly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And to the city like Nairobi, it is highly such kind of the
Because of the kids mostly,
Yeah.
you know. And that's why I was telling you, you know, you have not experienced these things.
Yeah.
Outside here, even you right now, you can just decide that at your boutique,
Yeah.
you have, you are talking about, you have some French fries,
yeah.
you want to have sausages,
Yeah.
you have to have smoky, and eggs are there. So for you, you can just even introduce the meat of a rabbit and see if it can have an uptake.
For me, I don't think. Yeah, it can
You
work.
can have a grill. You can have a grill for the first time. You can just have a grill there.
But you know, like our place, our town, it is a small town. We cannot prefer like Nairobi to Nyabohans.
No
Some people-
problem.
people in Nairobi, they
you can
go-
introduce it. You know, things are being introduced. It's not a must that some people have. You know, even the business we are talking about in Nairobi,
Yeah.
people tried it,
Yeah.
and they squeezed their business.
Yeah.
So as right now, you know that people can just eat. There's a place of chihuahua, there's a place of rabbits, a place of chicken, a place of meat, a place of matumbo. So for you, you can just start that people just becoming. You know, the aged people.
Yeah.
They like such kind of the smooth, tender meat. You'll find that people are coming because even whenever Nyaboans they want to slaughter some goat,
Yeah.
people have an idea. There's a place where they just slaughter some goats. No, go down there. There's a goat today, so it was a very good goat. So you find people are going to buy. What about now the rabbits? You can find the people coming to buy.
Maybe guys, for that, after the project has just growing big, then we have something like you know, actually the
Now you have to start it right now so as you can know.
you know, like
What
for me,
about
right
tomorrow?
now I have only one male rabbit,
One.
which is the big one, and
The others?
They are the female.
You
No,
have-
my male rabbit is really working hard.
For the females only.
For yeah, sure, to ensure that the generation is just
So do you mean that the ones that are delivering some young young rabbits,
Yeah.
there's no male?
no. We cannot right now. We cannot identify the male rabbit because identifying the male rabbit is possible.
It's impossible.
Is impossible.
But how did you know? You talked about now the 2-month-old ones
Yeah.
are about to they are pregnant.
Yeah, you know, like
So
the,
are they pregnant? Do you mean that?
so let me
all
talk
of
about
them-
that. Maybe we can also identify the male because in terms of the female one, they are big in size, and when it reaches to the male, the female one are big in size, but when it reaches to the male, they are still small in size. That's why that goes direct to the also human beings. When you born one times with the female,
If you are born, talk about twins.
no, not talk
Okay,
about
okay.
it.
Talk about maybe a firstborn is a male, a secondborn is a female.
No,
so a
let me
female
talk
will
about
bypass.
there is two different family. This family A born male child,
Yeah.
and the family 2 born female
girl.
child. Same time. Actually, the female child will just grow
Quickly.
quickly than the
Exactly.
yeah
So it's the same applying to
the rabbit also.
but not applying to the fish. It's so different now.
Exactly.
To the fish, it's so difficult, and it's something you have to go to the details about the fish, because if you say about the fish,
Yeah.
a fish we have male and female. Whenever it reaches the spawning time, whenever they want to mate, or the female has laid some eggs, you know, they are mouth breathers. If we talk about the tilapia,
Yeah.
and you'll just get that whenever now it lays some eggs,
Yeah.
so it goes and lays some eggs, then the eggs are ejaculated.
Yeah.
So the male do what? The male goes and ejaculate or fertilize the eggs, then the female uptake it into the mouth again. So that's called incubation time. So if in incubation time the female goes down and settles so as they can have the condition relevant for the hatching.
Yeah.
So you can find that the male are bypassing because they're eating and eating at the same time.
Exactly.
So guys, it's a chit chat coming out from this segment of It's Underscore Gintu, and I am Mogesi 1-on-1. And the last remarks I wanted to make for yesterday, I saw I am talking to one of the guys putting some tiles, and to the third fish point, talked about, okay, we are finishing from down going up. So the point to drive home is about the fish pond. Do you remember that fish pond, how it was?
Yeah.
And the last time you were there,
Yeah. Sure.
we concreted the outside and inside already.
Yeah. Sure.
So we had a problem. Guys, I was talking about the third fish pond. It has a problem, and even Mogesh, you can just remember there's a time we were just there and making sure that we are putting all the things into consideration so as we cannot have much water oozing. And I was the first person to make sure that water is becoming full. And even Ernesto was swimming. Can you just remember?
Yeah, sure.
During that time, eh?
Yeah.
So we had some, because I was there and I saw where the problem was. Even the guys who are just watching the video, you have ever see the video, because we had much of water oozing from the walls and also the corner.
Yeah.
So if we talk about the oozing of water, so the only, what advice can you give about that third fish pond, if you can just elaborate?
Maybe from this position here, we cannot give any advice because we were out from there.
Exactly.
And nothing that we can still inspire to that position there, because we were out and we were just hunting our activity.
Yeah.
So we left because we were at the time that we were there, we were trying our best to build the kingdom. And some of the times it reached the time that we were out. So to do just handle and focus our things.
Exactly. So very much thanks, guys, for you being onto this platform, as we are coming one-on-one live to make sure that everything is segmented onto this platform and coming one-on-one clear from this place. Thank you very much, Mogesi, for your time. Yeah. And we have come up with a solution that we have ever been talking about. And we are outside here making sure that our own things are running meticulously and heterozygously outside here, and making sure that everything is so fantastic. For this time, guys, we are talking about everything is so fantastic, and we really like what is being prepared outside here, as we are part of the team hustling outside here to make sure that we get a living, and the people supporting us, we are also moving forward and creating content daily, so as we can grow our channels. If it's your first time watching this channel, go like, share, subscribe and like, so as we can move together as a team. I can just remember this hat, my friend. This was, you know, I was using it. I had a cape inside, and I was putting this way. So, but right now, yeah, but right now you have just overtook me, and people knows that this hat is yours.
Exactly.
But guys, this hat was mine.
You know, even I changed the its origin. Right now is is for the, like, it's look like for the people who usually train.
No, it's just it's a matter of hinging it into this kind of a platform. You can just say it's just part of putting this way, and make sure that maybe you put a stone in up, so as it can just lie with a stone. Exactly. And whenever you wake up, you find it has just such kind of the. So how much are you giving me?
Actually, this could be like inheriting, guys. You know.
So you are inheriting?
Yeah, I'm inheriting. You know, it has taken like 7 months. Is it? Like 7 months with my head.
Are you sure? From the helipad time?
Yeah.
I don't think it's 7 months.
Because it was because the helipad we started when it was February. Yeah. And
by the way,
almost like 6.
Whenever I see this hat, I just feel very suffocating. You know, this hat was everything. Whenever I wear this one, and the sun is lighting.
And I remember that is the time that I usually like to take out my shirt, and I was having a lot of the bling-blings.
Yeah, exactly. A red shirt. Where is that red shirt?
Actually, it is at home.
Is that there?
Since I left to the top of the Medellin, you know, things got dangerous. There is a lot of sweats on that shirt.
A lot of sweats. Yeah. So if you just wear it, you just remember yourself where you came from. Me, whenever I see this hat, I know where I came from, my friend. So even right now, you know.
Mine has changed. You know.
You have changed. You know, you are in soft life, maybe.
No.
You know, this life changes outside there. I'm not yet in soft life, so that's why my hand is. Look at this.
Some of the
scars.
Yeah.
So you have to feel them, because it was a very hard work we ever done, and everything is so fantastic, guys. We have to bear with the circumstances.
And I remember from that, you know, I have the huge damage on my.
Where? To your back?
Yeah, sure. Because of carrying the heavy.
Oh, but were you putting them onto your shoulder?
Maybe I can remove my shirt.
Okay, where is it?
Or is it impossible?
No problem, no problem. Let's see.
No, like here. Is here one, and there is another one.
This mark? We have a mark here.
Yeah.
We have a mark here.
Yeah, and there is another one somewhere here.
Okay, let me see.
If you be careful, you
Yeah, we have some spots here. We have some spots here, a little bit. And hey, my friend, hey, you have this is a very big mark, by the way. This is a very big mark. So it's when you are carrying, and yeah, you know, this guy was always getting the clothes off.
Yeah.
So he was working while he was a little bit half naked upside. So, and I can just remember that time. So you can just feel the vibe. So whenever you put that vest, so you feel the vibe.
Exactly.
That's what is ongoing outside here, guys, and we are discussing what we have ever passed through and where we are, and it's a much appreciation to the living God and you, the subscribers, who has made it happen the way we are outside here, and cherishing together as a team so as we can come up with a solution for you, contenting the creation, and make sure that you are watching and being entertained outside here. We will be giving you much of the responses that we are passing through and updating you so as you can give us a feedback on if we are straightforward and to the part or we are going wrong. So from this position, everything is so fantastic, and I saw some people are chatting to me, Gintu, never go back to that. Never,
Yeah.
never, because he's about to travel.
Yeah.
He's going out a little bit, so he's just looking for a good mankind who can take care of the fish right now, or take care of some things. So you might find yourself being called, hey, Mogesi, where are you?
And,
come back to this platform.
Maybe from this position, maybe you ask me about such kind of the question. With me, I have going to turn to you. If you get the opportunity to go back, will you go back?
The point is one.
Yeah.
At a huge, it's called a treaty signing.
Yeah.
That it's not like working like per day, maybe
Like a
$10. $10. No. It's working a serious business.
Yeah.
If you want us, you know, first of the things, I don't want claims again.
Yeah.
Because you talk about, okay, you are opening water, doing this. The only thing I can just assure, one thing.
Yeah.
You do what I propose to be done unto the fish pond so as I can continue. If not that way, nothing else. You know? And also signing a treaty with a huge, awesome amount of money.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if that one, yes, because even if right now, you'll be told, okay, you will be given the money you want, you know? And the talk about the fish pond is not yet transformed the way you need it to be transformed. There's no oxygen pump there. There's no filtration there. And also, so for me, I have to make sure that all the things are installed the way I need. So as you leave it to me then. And make sure that there's no one who is going to interfere with me. My project is my project.
Yeah.
Because you might wake up and find that somebody else has already thrown some feeds there, because it's anyone.
Yeah.
You can find somebody taking maize, throwing there. You can put somebody taking some chicken feeds, throwing there. So you can, so as you can manhold it as alone. So as no, if the problem comes, you will be the one eligible of it. And also make sure that all the CCTVs are working, the footages. So as whatever happens, you can just check it from the system.
Right.
Exactly. So from this part, guys, we are more appreciative to say that. So thank you very much for your support, and we have just reached onto the end of this time, and we really appreciate your effort and time for you watching our videos coming out from this segment. And we really appreciate, and that's why I talk about we are always watching and reading the comments. Whenever you see me putting a like and is it called a
thumbs up?
Not thumbs up, no.
Yeah.
We have you like it
and you love,
and you love it.
Yeah.
So I really like to do such kind of a thing. I like it and I love it at the same time.
Yeah.
So as sometimes I do pin some of the comments.
Yeah.
So as they be much of the history, whenever want to read, it will be the first point or the first comment to be displayed. So from your first test and also your comments that are always coming, we really appreciate, and we are moving forward as a team, and we really appreciate that, and kudos and thumbs up, respect always. Your last remarks, bro.
Always one love and positive vibe. Thank you for always visiting our channel, guys. Keep on that, show us love, and we will ensure that everything is coming systematically.
Irrepressible and replaceable at the same time. we are coming to an end of this video. Thank you very much. Keep it watching, keep it vibing, and it has been a session of full joy, and I think you have just enjoyed the video. So keep it commenting, like, share, comment, so as we can groove together as a team. Team one-on-one always. Keep it forward. Bye. Woohoo.